Gas. I am so excited to be in this brand new studio. Chair is feeling high. Welcome to today's episode. Last couple episodes was in the Cambridge Community Television radio room where I was waiting for new renovations to take place. I'm sitting in front of this really awesome touch panel screen with previews, cut to fade. I don't have picture-in-picture this evening. I'm a little bit bummed, but hey, we're gonna get it soon, so we're just gonna kind of go with it. I'm liking how much space I have right now. This is new. So welcome to Café con Gas. Café con Gas is a show that brings alive a dialogue on healing, arts, and diversity with occasional guests. I'm your host, Cassandra Fredera, and it's a pleasure to be here with you this evening. And I am wiping to another shot. Awesome. All right, so what's on tonight's episode? We're live from Cambridge Community Television. Be Live is a really great opportunity for members to come and create their own content. It's all live, and it's, essentially the best advice that I got from the executive director is that, freedom of speech grants us the right to say what we want as long as it doesn't directly incite harm on another individual. So if you don't like what I'm saying, go ahead and make your own show. And you can do that here on Cambridge Community Television. So that's what's going on. Something that I really, really try to do, we've talked a lot about Donald Trump before. We have the presidential debate, the presidential election, the campaign that it has just given, a new spotlight to a lot of anti-Latino rhetoric. So I was on my Facebook page, and I always try, if I'm going to talk about Donald Trump, I try to go look up something more productive. For instance, the statistics on the lack of Latino representation or state representatives, or statistics on Latinos in Congress, something more specific versus like absorbing Trump and seeing his face. So I have a clip for you guys, and I have some really bad news to report. Donald Trump is going to be hosting Saturday Night Live on November 7th. La Raza, which is a large nonprofit organization, has asked NBC to rescind their invitation to have Donald Trump on the show. I'm going to cut to a clip and see what you guys think. All right, let's see if it's gonna work for us tonight. Okay, we're gonna pause that clip because I can't pull up any audio, but that's all right. Just 1 second. Let's see if we can get that fixed.
Daryl Hammond and then cast member Jimmy Fallon. Clinton appeared in one sketch during the SNL season premiere where she talked to Fallon acting as Trump during a phone call between the two. The billionaire may have to face Hillary Clinton in the general election next year. Live from New York, it's Donald Trump.
Never attacked him on his look, and believe me, there's plenty of subject matter right there. That I can tell you.
So that's a clip announcing Donald Trump's appearance on Saturday Night Live. It has come to the shock of many Latinos. The concern, of course, being his hateful speech against Mexicans and other minority groups, and his deportation plan to get rid of 11 million Latinos in America. For me, it's really difficult to understand why, with his increasing hate speech, he would get more public airtime. Again, his face is not one that I enjoy showing, but I'm just letting you know this is what's going on. I think my reaction is, Donald Trump's speech has become normalized, and it's disconcerting that instead of saying, no, I'm not going to give this platform for hate, people are giving him a platform to create humor and to create personal bonds with people when he's been really unapologetic about his attitude towards Latinos, and also non-responsive in the moments such as where he premiered on The Tonight Show and Jimmy Fallon asked him if he was apologetic, and he would say, I'm only apologetic if I was wrong. So, Donald Trump really believes what he says, and I think that's a huge concern for Latinos. So, it's a great time for an emotional check-in. What is an emotional check-in? Emotional check-in is a really great tool. Man, this new studio is awesome. Emotional check-in is looking super, super crisp. All right, so it's a nice emotional check-in. Why do I use emotional check-ins? I was raised on public TV and WGBH and PBS and Mr. Rogers and all those feel-good guys. So when I created Café con Gas, I wanted to also create an opportunity to just kind of check in with myself and encourage you guys to do the same. This is a mood chart I got when I was in 5th grade, and I've also continued to use as an adult. And I think it's just a really great tool to kind of remind yourself to kind of slow down and identify those feelings. Again, so what am I feeling today? So I am feeling really happy. I'm feeling slightly frustrated. It's cold. I'm kind of oscillating between hopeful and hysterical because the sun is going down earlier. And I have to bring this in for you guys to show you what's going on. But I'm actually really happy. I got a sun lamp, and the sun lamp was called Caribbean Sun, and I think it's hilarious because I'm from the tropics, so I got the sun lamp to help with the winter time. My energy just gets really low and things like that. So I'm going between yes, I'm hopeful, it's a new season, to I am completely terrified, the sun is going away. So that's how I'm feeling today. That's what's going on. What is healing? Also something that I like to use. We have all these buzzwords: healing, wellness, mental health is not necessarily a buzzword, but just new topics that are coming into daily discussions. I always love to bring in a reminder: what is to heal, to make healthy, whole, or sound, restore to health, free from ailment, to bring to an end or conclusion as conflicts between people or groups, usually with a strong implication of performing former amity, settle, reconcile, to effect a cure of a wound, broken bone, to become whole or sound, mend, and get well. So I really like those reminders of what healing is, and also what healing can be. So I think that's really important. So on October 28th, I can't believe that I'm saying this. On October 28th, we're going to be celebrating 2 years of Café con Gas. I'm really excited. I'm going to make a huge effort to bring you guys more guests and content. Over the summer, I was working on my degree, still am. But I'm really excited to kind of bring you guys some new content and celebrate those 2 years. Okay, so in the name of healing, arts, and diversity, I've been really listening to a lot of music lately, and I wanted to bring up a video that I played before, and it's something that I premiered here on Café con Gas, and I really like Johnny Principe's outlook, and I'm just playing with all these shots here. I really like Johnny Principe's outlook, and I want to play this video because, we could talk about healing, we could talk about the arts, but really when it comes down to it, you have to do something that's going to embody that for yourself, and that's why I love showing you guys different tools for healing. This song is definitely a tool for healing. I'm also going to do a plug. Not only is it a tool for healing, but it's a tool for dance. Johnny Principe has a really great story. He was incarcerated. He was a criminal. He found God like many Latinos found, whether you are religious or not. He has this beautiful song that's Paz y Maraced, which means growth and peace. It's also got a couple of the Puerto Rican sounds in the background, the rooster, those tropical farm sounds that make me really happy. And I hope you guys enjoy this clip. I'm going to play you guys Paz y Maraced by Johnny Principe, para gozar, y no solamente para, trabajar, but also take the time to celebrate. I was just saying to a friend of mine that dance and celebration can also be a form of prayer and thankfulness. So with the holidays coming up, the sun going down, please find ways to help bring your spirits up. And for me, dance is one of them, so I hope you guys enjoy this clip. In the name of healing, arts, and diversity, here is Johnny Principe with Paz y Maraced.
caliente. Atiéndelo, que viene bajando. Hay que buscar la paz, mi hermano. Se acabaron ya las malas pesadillas que me tormentaron y me hicieron mil heridas. Gracias a Dios he vuelto a vivir de nuevo. Gracias a Dios he vuelto yo a caminar. Quiero paz, mucha paz. Paz al amanecer, yo tengo paz al amanecer. Atiende lo que viene bajando. Yo tengo paz al amanecer. Paz al amanecer, yo tengo paz al amanecer. Quiero paz. Paz al amanecer, yo tengo paz al amanecer. Se cerraron las heridas muy profundas. Esta noche todo eso no me asusta. Hoy puedo dormir de nuevo porque yo quiero paz. Paz, mucha paz. Paz al amanecer. Paz al amanecer, yo tengo paz al amanecer. Óyelo. Paz al amanecer, yo tengo paz al amanecer. Paz para el mundo. Paz al amanecer, yo tengo paz al amanecer. Paz al amanecer, yo tengo paz al amanecer. Un saludito para los hermanitos del dolor, para los confinados, los hospitalizados y todos los hermanitos que están buscando la paz en este mundo. ¡Ah! ¡Cómetela preso! Y expandirla por el mundo entero, porque queremos paz. Oye, se trepa así, mi pana. Quiero paz. Dios está donde tú lo dejaste la última vez, mi hermano. Deja la excusa, por más que te escondas. Un saludo a los muchachos y a las cucharas y a todos los confinados del mundo. Oye, no te olvides de practicar la hospitalidad, porque gracias a ellas muchos hospedaron ángeles. Ay, no te olvides del confinado como si tú fueras el confinado. Y no te olvides del desamparado como si tú fueras el desamparado, mi hermano. Ay, lo dice la palabra. Yo no, pero yo tengo paz. Ay, ni una bala más perdida, mi hermano.
This song is one of my
Para el
favorites.
mundo. De eso se trata, en Juan 3:16.
It goes on for a little bit longer, but I love this song because it gets you going, it gets you want to dance. And also he's like, no te olvides de la hospitalidad, which is, do not forget about hospitality. It's also like the root of gratitude. So I think it's really beautiful. Oftentimes the way that I look at music is just really not just a stress reliever, not just a form of escape, but also a form of praise. Also a form of appreciation. So that's Johnny Principe. He's one of my favorite artists. You can check him out on YouTube. I'll also post this on my Facebook page. I'm really excited. I'm just going to get up for a second. This has been like my lifelong dream when I'm doing Café con Gas to actually do like a standing up shot, which is really awesome. So again, thanks for bearing with me on tonight's first episode, because I'm also learning how to do this and I almost want to like walk off stage and come back on, but I'm going to play around with that and just like really excited. Really excited. If you want to learn how to do salsa, there's a really great resource here in Cambridge. It's called the Havana Club. They do lessons Friday, Saturday nights. They do salsa socials. Have you ever seen Dirty Dancing? It's basically you get into a room and there's a bunch of salsa dancers from like beginning to intermediate to professional. It's run by Salsa y Control, Evalea y Andre Geraldo. And it's just an incredible night. And you're going to go down. It's right on Green Street. So we're on Mass Ave right now. Actually, you can see part of the window, which is really cool, to the side. We're on the window. So anyway, so you go down Mass Ave, and Green Street's parallel to that, so it's behind Green Street at the Greek Club. And it's on Friday, Saturday nights. Monday nights they have bachata, which is my favorite, so if you want to meet Café con Gas live, come on Monday. But I just really love that. So that's something that you guys should check out. I wanted to bring up a resource. It's a mental health resource. Woohoo! Mental health is so important. This month is it's jam-packed. Hispanic Heritage Month, Domestic Violence Awareness Month. October 7th was a candlelight vigil that's run by the city of Somerville. There's a 12-year tradition in the city of Somerville. There's also a 3-year tradition of a candlelight vigil to mark domestic violence awareness. And something I just want to bring up, and as I always do, is some resources for you. So, we just dance. If you want to learn how to salsa, go onto YouTube, look up the basic salsa step. I almost want to show you, but we have things to do. But I was going to show you this. So I wanted to bring something up. It's a therapeutic exercise that I used in my own healing process, and I think is just a really great resource for you to check out. So we're gonna fade, or we're gonna have. There we go. All right. So this is really exciting. Let me do a little bit of a zoom action. Can I do a zoom action? No, I can't do a zoom action. All right, that's okay. So this is like a really interesting resource. So the personal bill of rights. I kind of bring this up for two reasons. A, I've been dancing a lot. Social dancing has been a really interesting experience for me. I'm gonna cut to this actually. I hope that no one from the dance group is watching this as I share. I'm just kidding. I'm bringing this up for a specific reason. Is that okay? So the personal bill of rights. So this is a therapeutic tool that has been used in the past for people who suffer from social anxiety, or a variety of anxiety orders. Anxiety disorders. So it's really interesting. It's a personal bill of rights, and it basically just talks about ways that you can lessen anxiety by asserting the things that you need. So let's go cut to, still learning how to do this, trying to do flawless. Nope, not gonna work yet. All right, so let's cut to this screen. There we go. And it says, okay, so it's saying social anxiety is so deeply intertwined with our self-esteem and how much we value ourselves. So in the anxiety and phobia workbook, Edmund Bourne, PhD, created a sheet called the Personal Bill of Rights. The idea is that we all have rights as human beings. Sometimes we either forget that or we didn't realize we have them because we weren't taught them as children or growing up. So I actually brought up social dancing because so if you're going to go to Havana Club, I would do like one of two things. I would take a salsa lesson, but if you're gonna go to if you're also gonna go to Havana Club, I think it's really, really important that you know a couple things. And one of those things is that when you do partner dance, you're gonna be constantly switching with people. So there was a lot of anxiety of waiting on the sidelines and being like, should I ask or be asked? And then you just kind of get over it. It's just dancing. So this personal bill of rights kind of came up to me. Because, you know, being in an environment where you can like attach to someone and then detach quickly, it's just kind of challenging. It's getting to know strangers, it's having a moment, it's holding hands with a stranger. It's a lot of different things, but with the context of music, this is really good. But if I were to extend my own healing journey, or just the ability to talk to strangers and increasing my own confidence to this worksheet, this is what I like to go back to. So I'm gonna try to move back to this sheet right here, and that's not going to work. Okay, I'm going to move back to the sheet. So anyway, so the Bill of Rights. Number 1, I have the right to ask for what I want. Number 2, I have the right to say no to requests or demands I cannot meet. 3, I have the right to express my feelings, positive or negative. 4, I have the right to change my mind. 5, I have the right to make mistakes and not have to be perfect. 6, I have the right to follow my own standards. 7, I have the right to say no to anything when I feel that I'm not ready, it is unsafe, or it violates my values. 8, I have the right to determine my own priorities. 9, I have the right not to be responsible for others' behaviors, actions, or problems. 10, I have the right to expect honesty from others. 11, I have the right to be angry at someone I love. 12, I have the right to be uniquely myself. 13, I have the right to feel scared and say I'm scared. 14, I have the right to say, I don't know. 15, I have the right to give excuses, not to give excuses or reasons for my behavior. 16, I have the right to make decisions based on my feelings. 17, I have the right to my own needs for personal space and time. Number 18, I have the right to be being playful and frivolous. Excuse me. 20, I have the right to be in a non-abusive environment. 22, I have the right to make friends and now be comfortable around people. 23, I have the right to my needs and wants to be respected by others. 24, I have the right to be treated with dignity and respect. 25, I have the right to be happy. Now, if you know your U.S. history, your right to be happy is in the Constitution. It's an inalienable right to pursue your happiness. So this list is really great, also in tune with what democracy should be. If you want to get involved with democracy, register to vote. If you want to learn more about voting, there's a really cool campaign called the No Nos Vamos a Callar campaign. It's a hashtag saying No Nos Vamos a Callar, which basically, there's no just direct translation, but the loose translation is that we will not be quiet. We will not just, It's a really interesting voting campaign where people are writing the reasons why they're not going to be quiet. So that's the Personal Bill of Rights, a tool that I personally really love using. I'm gonna try a different shot, maybe show you this while I pull up a video. So this is kind of like, so here we go. This is a little bit interesting. So yeah, it's a tool that I love using, and this is also a new shot. This is an aerial shot. I feel a little bit cheesy trying this, but today's the first episode in the new room, so we're just gonna go with it. So I'm gonna pull up another video, just kind of in celebration of that. Again, you know, your Personal Bill of Rights. I love talking about these therapeutic tools, but I also think it's so important anywhere you are in your own journey of finding yourself, or just, you know, work-life balance, or if you're in a therapeutic journey, I think it's so important not just to deal with work and life, but also to unfreeze this button, not just deal with work and life, but also have just a good balance between the two. So I think the screen is frozen a little bit. I wasn't intending to do where's the camera shot? I wasn't intending to do it from here. It is a little bit frozen. So let me just try this again. Graphics off. Alright, so talking about, you know, healing and wellness, I'm not gonna panic. There we go, that works. So anyway, so Personal Bill of Rights is a really great tool. Some of these tools you're gonna hear an overlap between language, an overlap between, you know, your Bill of Rights is a very political word. It's a document that is, you know, created by our government, our founding fathers. So it's interesting to hear in this context. Again, that's why I love to just kind of couple knowledge with fun. So I'm going to leave you with this track. I played it before when I did a special episode called Café con Casa's Top 10. And I had like the top 10 jams that I loved, and this one was part of it. So DJ Afrozilla, featuring Ade Alifia, is is the artist in this next video. I really love this video because it's that house music. Interestingly enough, historically speaking, there was a salsa movement, New York salsa movement in the 60s that kind of overlapped with house music. Hip hop is also involved with the mix, but all of these forms have a connection with each other. So I hope you enjoy this, and I hope, however hard you're working, you know, fall is that harvest time. It's the time we harvest the seeds we planted over the past year. I hope you're finding the joy and finding the time to dance. So I'll leave you with this clip. Have a great evening.